Hello, friends, senang. How are you today? I hope you stay healthy and enthusiastic. After watching this streaming, my brain remembered something. Yeah, something. When I saw the girl wearing green clothes, I was reminded of a legend from Indonesia. Yes, the legend of Nyai Roro Kidul. In fact, the story or legend of Nyai Roro Kidul is already worldwide. That's why in a game there is a hero who is the figure of Nyai Roro Kidul, namely Kadita, the hero in the mobile legend Bang Bang game. Okay, I'll try to tell you about the legend of Nyai Roro Kidul. Boom bam beam. Nyai Roro Kidul, or Nyai Roro Kidul, Tapake, is a supernatural figure from Indonesian folklore. She is believed to rule over the South Sea in Sundanese and Javanese myths. In Javanese mythology, Kanjeng Ratu Kidul is a creation of the god Kaping Telu, who fills the realm of life as the goddess of rice and other goddesses of nature. While Nyai Roro Kidul was originally a princess of the Sunda kingdom, who was expelled by her father because of her stepmother's actions. During its development, people tended to equate Nyai Roro Kidul with Kanjeng Ratu Kidul, even though in Javanese belief, Nyai Roro Kidul was a loyal subordinate of Kanjeng Ratu Kidul. The position of Nyai Roro Kidul as the queen of the spirits of Java is a popular motif in folklore and mythology, as well as being associated with the beauty of Javanese princesses. Etymology. Nyai Roro Kidul is also known by various names that reflect the different stories of her origins, legends, mythology, and hereditary stories. She is commonly called by the names Queen of the South Sea and Gusti Kanjeng Ratu Kidul. According to Javanese customs, the use of titles such as Nyai, Kanjeng, and Gusti to refer to her is very important for politeness. Sometimes people also call her name as Nyai Roro Kidul. Javanese loro is a homograph for 2 and 6 suffering, while Javanese rara, or roro, means girl. A Dutch orthographer estimated that there was a change from Old Javanese roro to New Javanese loro, so that there was a change in meaning from beautiful girl to sick person. Origin. The Sundanese people know the legend of the spiritual ruler of the South Sea region in the form of a beautiful woman called Nyai Roro Kidul. The legend originating from the Sundanese kingdom of Pajajaran from the 15th century is older than the legend of the Islamic Mataram kingdom from the 18th century. However, anthropological and cultural research of the Javanese and Sundanese people suggests that the legend of the Queen of the South Sea of Java probably originated from a much older prehistoric animistic belief, a pre-Hindu Buddhist goddess of the Southern Ocean. The fierce waves of the Indian Ocean on the southern coast of Java, storms and sometimes tsunamis, may have aroused respect and fear of the power of nature, which was then considered the spiritual realm of the gods and spirits inhabiting the Southern Ocean, led by their queen, a goddess who was later identified as Ratu Kidul. Goddess Kadita. One of the Sundanese folk tales tells of Dewi Kadita, a beautiful princess from the Sundanese kingdom of Pajajaran, who fled to the Southern Ocean after being cursed. The curse was cast by a shaman on the orders of her rival in the palace, stepmother, and caused the princess to suffer from a disgusting skin disease. She received a supernatural whisper from her mother to jump into the rough ocean, and then she was cured and beautiful again. The spirits then made her the legendary queen of the South Sea spirits. A similar version is Kadita, the only daughter of King Munding Wangi of Galuh Pakuan. Because of her beauty, she was nicknamed Dewi Srengenge, sun goddess. Despite having a beautiful daughter, King Munding Wangi was sad because he did not have a son who could succeed him as king. The king then married Dewi Mutiara and had a son from that marriage. Dewi Mutiara wanted her son to be able to become king without any obstacles in the future, so she tried to get rid of Kadita. Dewi Mutiara went to the king and asked him to send Kadita away from the palace. The king said that he would not allow anyone who wanted to act rudely to his daughter. Hearing that answer, Dewi Mutiara smiled and spoke sweetly until the king was no longer angry with her. The next day, before sunrise, Dewi Mutiara sent her maid to call a fortune teller. She told the fortune teller to curse Kadita. That night, Kadita's body was itchy, covered in scabies, smelled bad, and was full of boils. She cried, not knowing what to do. The king invited many healers to cure Kadita and realized that the disease was not natural, it must have come from witchcraft. Dewi Mutiara forced the king to expel her daughter because she was considered to bring bad luck to the entire kingdom. Because the king did not want his daughter to be the gossip of the entire kingdom, he was forced to agree to Dewi Mutiara's proposal to exile her daughter from the kingdom. Kadita wandered alone aimlessly and could hardly cry anymore. She did not hold a grudge against her stepmother, but asked Sangyang Khersa to accompany her in enduring her suffering. Almost 7 days and 7 nights, she finally arrived at the Southern Ocean. The ocean water was clean and clear, unlike other oceans that were blue or green. Suddenly, she heard a supernatural voice telling her to jump into the Southern Ocean. She jumped and swam. The water of the Southern Ocean eliminated her boils without leaving a trace, instead making her even more beautiful. She had power over the Southern Ocean and became a goddess called Ni Roro Kidul, who lived eternally. The Palabuhan Ratu beach area is specifically associated with this legend. Putri Banyu Bening Kentana bracelet. In one Sundanese folktale, Banyu Bening, clear water, became the queen of the kingdom of Joyo Kulon. She suffered from leprosy and then wandered south. She was swallowed by a large wave and disappeared into the ocean. Okay, that's a little excerpt from the story about Ni Roro Kidul. So what does this have to do with green clothes? Let's continue. The myth of the Queen of the South. 1. The knowledge of Ni Roro Kidul. The South Coast story of Ni Roro Kidul describes her as a beautiful woman dressed all in green. The beauty of Ni Roro Kidul is believed to be a magic spell that can captivate the opposite sex. This magic spell is useful for erasing a person's consciousness so that their memory is limited to the person who cast the spell, thus making the person fall in love completely. 2. The rulers of the South Coast are descendants of the king. Ni Roro Kidul, who is currently thought to be the ruler of the South Coast, is a descendant of King Erlanga from Kahuripan. There are those who believe that Ni Roro Kidul is a descendant of King Kediri Jayabaya. Many people believe that the origin of Ni Roro Kidul is a beautiful princess from the Pakuan Pajajaran kingdom. 3. Ruler of the entire south coast of Java. Ni Roro Kidul is believed to be a mythical figure from the south coast of Java, which stretches from east to west. Parangkusumo Beach is the center of Ni Roro Kidul's kingdom. Locals often see the queen's supernatural figure with her golden carriage. 4. As a magical gate between the human and jinn worlds. Apart from being the center of a kingdom, Parangkusumo Beach is considered a gateway between the human world and the supernatural world. In that realm, there is the vast kingdom of Ni Roro Kidul. You can meet Ni Roro Kidul by passing through this gate with spiritual power. Still curious about the mystery of Jogja's South Beach from Ni Roro Kidul? Respecting the power of nature. The stories and mysteries of Jogja's South Coast teach us all to respect the power of nature and live in harmony with it. The ban on wearing green clothing on the South Coast as a form of respect for Ni Roro Kidul provides an example of how society respects the power of nature and the myths that surround it. This moral message educates us all to be people who are firm in principle, have the strength to face difficulties, and respect others and the environment. As Indonesian people, we must obey the rules and respect local culture, right, Ubu lovers? So do you understand about the mystery of the south coast of Jogja? Subscribe!